Today we're doing two main things and one minor thing. First main thing, we're making our characters look the best they can. I'm going to include all of the beautification mods I have if you want to make a Giga Chat, or if you want to make that dummy thick goth waifu, or if you just want your characters to look simply better. The second thing we will be doing, I will show you something very important, which is how we merge files. Skyrim Special Edition has a thing where if you're using Special Edition you can get 255 heavy plugins, if you're using an Anniversary Edition you can have 254 plugins, so you might want to ask me, Kavu, if you're getting to 2000 mods and plugins, there is no way 254 plugins will actually be enough, right? And you are correct. I'm gonna show you how to merge files and I will show you how to do it. And the last minor part of this episode is going to be a bunch of other mods I felt like I missed in different videos. If you haven't watched the previous episode, we fixed stability. Next episode is going to be about stability again because there's so many of those mods. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the video. Let's make a quick run-up so far. We've already grabbed CG female eyebrow and CG female eyebrows for high poly head. We've grabbed the high poly head as well, and we're also using, I cannot show you, but we're using the BNP female skin, and we're using the temper skin for males. That's pretty much it. Our body mode of our choice is 3BA. That being considered, let's go ahead and enhance our NPCs. And as you can see here, usually those mods work together. You want to grab Kalilies Brows. It's a nice eyebrow mode. All of those eyebrows, we're going to make them work with high poly head and install Kalilies Brows. Go to Kalilies Brows for high poly head and grab this one as well. It's gonna make the brows to actually work on high poly head. Go ahead and grab the better brow texture, which adds slightly more thin brows as well, and those do work with high poly head as far as I know. You also head and grab brows by, oh that's gonna be painful, Hvergelmir, and also install that. Please don't let me do this ever again in my life. And last mod we're grabbing when it comes to eyebrows, and we're leaving the eyebrows in, it's the Koralina's eyebrows for high poly head. Again, you can always check the requirements, but if you follow my videos you don't really need to, because this is probably the 100th time I've done this in my life. So grab this here, and that should be the last eyebrows, I think so. Many of those eyebrows also work for male characters, so don't worry about that. Let's go and grab Northborn Scars, because everybody likes scars. Go and grab Northborn Scars for high poly head. I think you are getting the drill so far. Also and grab the More Scars, a slider for Racemenu. It adds, as you can see, some really cool scars. I absolutely love this mod. It supports vanilla and high poly head, so go ahead and get that too. We're going to grab the third of the main files, and we also want to grab the second of the optional files because it works with Northborn Scars, the mod we just installed. Let's go put horns when it comes to our characters. I love this mod because you can put, let's say, just Raidric horns if you want your character to look a little bit more demonic. You can make your character look like an Altmer with those antlers, and there is so many choices, and it's a nice cool mod to have. Not all of those horns look really nice, but some of them looking pretty cool. Go and grab Argonian Hair Plus. It adds much more choices to Argonians and horns, and I've never played as an Argonian, but you never know. We don't care too much about the ESL because we're going to fix that on our own. Go and grab the main file, and that should do it with horns. There is few other horn mods out there, but sadly they're not as high detail and good as this one. Also go and grab Wearable Horns. Do you remember when we installed the Skyrim cheat engine? Well, this mod gives you a bunch of horns to pick. You cannot find those in the Racemenu. They are full HD, they look absolutely amazing. The only way you can find those is through console commands and the cheat mod we've installed in the previous episode. Go and grab them on 2K, never go for 4K, doesn't matter how small something is. And also, go and grab the optional file we just got. It's a fix when it comes to the lighting or some of those horns, and they look absolutely fantastic. When it comes to creating a character, I think it's extremely important to have as much diversity as possible, or choices if that makes sense. And look how badass some of those look like. There is different colors. I like to put antlers on my characters, but that's a personal preference. Next, go and grab Elven ears for Bretons. I love this one because I always love to play Bretons, but I got confused. Why do they not have Elven ears? It's nice to have that. I'm a big fan of Elven ears. It requires the last version of speed which we managed to get. And go ahead and grab the main file and the optional file. And lastly, this mod adds Elven ears, the same way you can find them by using cheat console, and I'm gonna show you. It's called Grim Elf ears. You cannot grab it from Nexus, it doesn't exist, and I think there has been some drama with the mod author. That being said, go and grab that one, and I'm gonna show you how those look. And just go and install the base mod, all of those. And now, let's start fixing the makeup in Skyrim, which looks quite awful as it is. First of all, go and grab Even More Makeup by Koralina and install this one. It is, most of those are ESLs. All of those mods will get much more Racemenu overlays, which can add a bunch of options here and there. As you can see here, you can add freckles, you can add eye shadows, much more stuff to work with your character. Go and grab Koralina's makeup tweaks. On top of that, it makes some tweaks based on high poly head and some other stuff you're probably going to need. Go ahead and put Grim Elf ears into your Vortex or mod manager of your choice. And let's go and grab female makeup suit faces. This long boy here, just grab it. It enhances the vanilla makeup and it adds a bunch of role-friendly options here and there. And always select the 2K option. Let's also go and grab the vanilla makeup HD, which makes all of the makeup in vanilla Skyrim just look at this Giga Chat over here. It just makes all of the vanilla makeup look so much better. You will be looking so many different characters. This is the dirt, by the way, and look how nice it looks. And it's dirt, just imagine that. So first of all, grab the main file, go and grab the first optional file, always at 2K. Oh, there is even a new one for beast races, let's go. Grab the beast races one, which should cover both male and female ones. And go ahead and install all of those that we've managed to click. And last, when it comes to makeup, this kinda falls into the body slides category. I always thought that Kratos from God of War looks kinda badass, so why not have the option to put tattoos on your character? You can make really badass looking characters with those. So the next one we're gonna get is body slides and overlays. So let's go and grab the weathered Nordic body paints, and there's gonna be quite a few of those, by the way, so get ready. The two optional files, and also grab the main file. All of these require the latest version of Racemenu or the Racemenu version that's compatible with your game. And let's go ahead and grab community overlays. Those are the best overlays you will find, and all of those are unisex as well. You can add a bunch of markings. You can be very creative when it comes to making your own character. As you can see, it's a bunch of choices, and choices are always nice, and those do not cost anything when it comes to how your game runs. You should have the different skins here. CBB works with 3BA, so don't be afraid to install that. Third main file for CBB. Grab the bug fix, I think it used to cost a crash or something like that, and also grab the male replacer for males as well. Female face overlays and male face overlays, so grab all of those. Next, go to community overlays too. Look how badass you can make those. You can make them to glow as well. There is so many choices you get. We're trying to make Skyrim look as much lore friendly as it can possibly get. Get the CBB file here too, and go and grab the one for male characters as well and install those. As I was trying to say before interrupting myself, we try to make Skyrim as lore friendly as you can possibly can. So our goal is not to go and run with bikini armor mods with a very skimpy overlays just like this one. I want to have choices when it comes to creating really interesting looking characters, and having choices is really nice. Like look at this one, you can be as creative as you want with those. Go ahead and grab community overlays 3, go for CBBE, go down and grab the main file that works for both females and male characters. And there has been a crash with the 61 with one of the options in this one. Go and grab this one to fix the crash. I like to use this mod as well, which adds veins. Go ahead and grab the second file and install that as well. Go ahead and grab the wolf paint face, adds a bunch of war paints. Absolutely beautiful mode. And go ahead and grab the male and female only. Go ahead and grab the Barbarian Bodypaints. Go over the CBB counts for 3PA, which is the body mode that we use. Go and grab the Sunstarved Tanlines. Listen, don't judge me, right? I'm gonna get this for scientific reasons, of course. Then go and grab the, oh boy, here comes again with those Nordic names. I'm gonna give my best. Yyvengar Bodypaint, that wasn't that bad actually. Go and grab this one too. Super cool body paints, absolutely nothing sus happening here. Go for the both female and male version right here and grab this too. Go for the Ziondavian body paint, and again always go for both female and male ones. Why only grab for one Zedit? I don't understand. It is a body paint, but it looks like, you know, runes. They're pretty badass. in my opinion. Go and grab that too. Next, let's go and grab the Argonian overlays. Listen, don't judge me, right? I'm going to include everything in this video. I'm committed. Go and grab the Dunmer Overlays. There are some really cool ones here and there. I guess we'll grab this one here. Okay, next, let's go and fix the eyes in Skyrim. First of all, go and grab the Cumulative fix for eye messes. Go and grab the second file here. Something I forgot to mention, go and grab Lamentha's Mark of Beauty. It's on the same type of overlays, I guess, I just kinda forgot about. Go and grab the Yvonne Assets, which should be this one right here. It adds a bunch of eye colors, they look pretty cool, and a bunch of overlays in addition to. Go and grab Fia's eyes. It's like Eyes of Beauty, just slightly better, if that makes sense. Go and grab the second file here. Go and grab the Kalilies Eyes update here, and also grab the main file. It adds a bunch of really cool looking eyes, as you can see from the screenshots. Let's also get the Kalilies Eye Elf Eyes. It's going to update all of the Elven eyes, which the previous mode doesn't. Elven Eyes add-on, and also grab the ESL file to update that. Go ahead and grab Yvonne Assets Special Edition. This one, don't have this confused with the other file we installed. Go ahead and install the eye add-on and the main file. This might be out of topic since we're working in the eye scene in Skyrim. Go and grab the Universal Cure Serana eye fix, which fixes something weird going on with Serana getting cured. We're almost done with eyes. Go and grab Mikan Eyes Special Edition. Just a bunch of different eye colors, looks very normal. Go also grab Even More Eyes by Koralina. And you know what? Let's also grab the remastered version. Why not at this point? Go and install the Eyes of Beauty Vanilla Replacer. This one people say it's kinda sus, so get this one. And on top of that, get the Eyes of Beauty Vampire Eyes Remastered. And go ahead and grab the secondary file here. It's going to give us Vampire Eyes for humans. I know this sounds kinda not very lore friendly, but again, I love having choices when it comes to that. And do you remember when we've got Vanilla Hair Remake? We will go and grab the SMP. Go ahead and grab the Vanilla Hair Remake for NPCs, and we will try to overhaul here most of the NPCs. Here we have the Vahdin female replacer. I don't like using that many NPC replacements. We're gonna replace the hairstyle on this overhaul, which is pretty good in my opinion, with vanilla hairs from the improved vanilla hairline. And Jesus Christ, that is cursed. And it's going to look pretty much vanilla but with animations and stuff, so do this exactly as I am doing it. Grab the optional file for the AI overhaul, grab Vahdin here, and also grab the optional file. And now we go to Vahdin hair physics, and go and grab this optional file here because Ayla's hair was kinda messy. All of those three files, and install them. Next, let's actually overhaul the beasts in Skyrim and add to them the vanilla hairstyles and physics too. Have in mind the performance loss for the vanilla hairstyle is extremely small, if nothing at all. Never use interesting NPCs, so we're going to get this one to work to make all of the gadgets have animations and things like that. Grab the first file here, and also go to beasts, gadget and Argonian, and we're going to add physics to those as well. So we have this looks actually so fucking cool actually. So grab this one, and again we're going to check how the game looks or how the NPCs look, and if there is something wrong done in my part, we will also check that one too. Grab this one, which is going to increase the beard quality on all of the males. And also grab this one in addition, which is going to have those beards work on high polyhead. So in order to make this work, we need to grab the original KS Hairdos, and we're going to add physics to all of the hairs and make them look better. And you can only have those on your character. I recommend that because if you're going to put KS Hairdos with HD physics on different characters, it's going to drain your FPS drastically. Go and grab the main file here, and also go and grab the KS Hairdos Retextured, and grab the optional file here, grab this one here, and this one here, and also the main file, and install all of those. Go and grab the files you need here, never use immersive patrols or the horde counters, and grab the 3BA collision body slides for KS Hairdos. It's going to help with the new body, that's a 3BA, and it's gonna make the hairs look even better. And I'm going to grab Vahdin's high poly vanilla hair pads as well. Going at married NPCs who are waiting badge, something I didn't know I needed before, for obvious reasons, immersion that is. Any NPC in game that's actually married, including the NPCs that will marry you, they will have their own Ring of Mara, which is really nice. Go and grab the Vigilant NPC Overhaul. The NPCs in Vigilant look pretty bad. And it wouldn't be a Skyrim NPC Overhaul if we did not include the Serana dialogue paths and something to overhaul Serana, of course. I only miss for hormones. Let's grab the Serana dialogue add-on, the beta 4.0. I've seen many videos of people using this one. Also go and grab Serana dialogue patch hub for the different patches. And now I'm gonna show you what overhaul I'm using for Serana, which I think is extremely underrated. Also grab Castle Volkithar Rebuild. We're gonna need some patches for that to work with Serana. This adds so much content and it overhauls in a much very vanilla way the very famous Dracula's Castle. A bunch of patches for Volkithar Rebuild. Let's go and grab the Relation Dialogue Overhaul. And this, my friends, is the best Serana overhaul on the Nexus. It looks vanilla friendly. Again, the vanilla hairstyles, in my opinion, they look the best, as you can see here. And it makes Serana look pretty much as she was, vampire. Ignore the armor. We're gonna have her wear something less revealing, at least in the start of the game. Just pay attention on her face and the hair. This makes it again look vanilla friendly, very nice. And most of the Serana overhauls I've seen, they make her look way over the top, way over sexualized, and I just love a nice overhaul that makes Serana one of the most favorite companions in Skyrim. Just look slightly better, you know. So the very first mod we need to install this, we need the assets. Go ahead and grab the main file physics. Let's go and grab Definite Serana. This will be an installer, which makes her super badass. And let's go and grab this one here, which is gonna make Serana look absolutely best. I don't really tend to make companions specifically look better, but Serana, you just saw how much support she has. The Serana overhaul add-on when it comes to her different dialogues and everything makes us want to pretty much update Serana as much as possible. The other companions, I don't mind as much. We're not using immersive creatures, so we want to grab all of the current assets and update them as much as we can. So let's go and grab Cannibal Drag on Solstheim. Kavu, this is not how you're supposed to call Solstheim. I don't care. Go and grab the Cannibal Drows. It makes some Drows have red eyes, and we're gonna build that later on. Go and get the Cannibal Drag compatibility patch, the Drag update, and the Drag overhaul as well. And also, go and grab the Drag 100 animation for Dar. It changes their attack animation, makes them look so much more cooler. Makes the game looks much more refreshing, especially when we're not using Skyrim immersive creatures. Rock Magic Loop casting animation fix, which is a very weird thing happening with Draug's casting animations, fix that. Here comes the Serana patch. No, we're not using any of that. Winter Sun is a mod that you need to avoid as well. We don't use any of those armor modes. We have the Castle Volkithar Rebuild. Don't use the Nether Follower framework. Go for RTO, go for wet functions. Oh my god, of course. Serana hood fix. And also go and grab the Serana hood fix with animation. And go and grab this one as well. And also the installation. Okay, let's go now with the Definite Serana physics. So those are the presets. I like the first one. Here you pretty much pick a hairstyle that you want. I'm gonna pick the sixth one because I like the short hair, but this is for hairstyle. Pick anything you want. Don't let me influence you on that. And here is the preset. I'm gonna go with option A. And here comes the eyes. You can pretty much see all of the color here. Let's go with the blue beast color. And here is the bunch of tint faces. And again, all of those is whatever you want. And let's go for the middle one, and that should do it. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this too. In my opinion, the best Serana overhaul out there. Let's go for the BBA, the body mode of our choice. Grab the options we've selected as well. If you don't remember them, it's fine. Copy the ones I'm doing. And here is a bunch of other options. I do like the human one actually. Yeah, let's go with the vampire one. And let's go like this and finish the installation. Go and install Reverb Interior Sounds, a beautiful mod that adds. You can hear raining from the outside, you can hear movement. It is an absolutely beautiful mod. And also grab the acoustic space improvement fixes that it's a requirement for the mod to work as well. This is going to enhance the sounds you hear in your game. Go ahead and grab Sounds of Skyrim, which is also a super nice mod that's gonna add a bunch of sounds into your game. Grab all of those. Skyrim Extended Cut. We're gonna get looks, although we're not having looks. And we're going to remove this patch, but grab it for now. Go and remove looks here. There has been a crazy Vampire Lord overhaul if you want to play as a Vampire Lord. I never really play as a Vampire Lord, but with this mod I might as well. It's a very beautiful mod, it just came out. Go ahead and grab this one as well. I recommend to always get a light version because the full version adds way too much, and here is a bunch of different stuff you can get. We're not going to use any of those. Also, something I forgot to add, go to Koralina's Freckles and Moles and also grab the 2K version additional files here and here and install those. Go and grab the skin feature overlays. Yeah, go with the hulking Draug armor. I don't care too much about colors, I like it when it looks like this. So go like that. Go ahead and launch loot. Launch Nemesis after you have updated. And as you can see, there has been 2 new animations, so that's probably for the HUD, I will assume, which is kinda funny. Always install 1 or 2 mods at a time, spend few hours, see if the game is running alright, and then make sure to download those. I've spent months, if not years, of beta testing, hundreds of thousands of hours with specific mods just to see how good they are, or even with my big mod list. So when you see me modding my game like this, is because I know what most of the mods are doing in the game. And we have a warning, so let's see what's up. Probably a file requiring cleaning, and looks like the Serana dialogue edit. We're gonna go and remove Serana dialogue edit, which apparently it's not needed anymore with the new Serana overhaul. And now we need to go and click to our Xedit and click the drag upgrades and improvements. So go here, you can copy paste the name, it's going to generate the, the file, and it's going to automatically clean it. Click close here. And as you can see, both are fixed. If I'll go all the way up, 556 plugins, the heavy plugins are 143. Once this goes to 245, I'm gonna have problems, but this is why I'm gonna show you how to merge files. Let's go. A thing you're always going to do first when you go into your character, go to head, press face, and you see the face part, make it where now we're using the high poly vanilla head, because if we don't do that, all of the different eye and overlays we've installed, they're not gonna work. So let's go and add horns, as you can see here. There is a bunch of, let me zoom a little bit, there is a bunch of little options here and there, as you can see, with all of those different horns. I like using those because they look super cool, which they should have the elf ear option, and look how much better, again, our character looks. There is a bunch of, as you can see, Elven ear options. If you don't care too much about that, that's fine. There is a bunch of different hairs, of course, now. There is the KS hairs, that all of those have different animation. And something I forgot is that we should have updated our body slide, which I forgot to do it. But for now, it should work fine. I love using these hairstyles, one of my favorite ones, and I know the ears are overlapping, but for now it's fine. Let me show you, for instance, a different makeup. Always go and make it black so you can see the different stuff, and look how much stuff we've got. We have makeup here, I can go and put scars to my character, I can change the color. We have 1000 texture options to choose, and that goes for male characters too. And let's say you want to put some makeup here, you have so many slots to pretty much go and stack up as much makeup as you want. For instance, which is, let's go for eyeshadow, for example. You can do anything you want, and I'm just putting those random here and there, but the same goes for body paint as well. I'm putting it black so you guys can see. Most of those, let me zoom out, and again, those work for males as well, and there is so many of those. It's crazy how much choice you get. We've got a bunch of different eyebrows, as you can see, and they all work for the high poly head. Eyes as well. Not eye color. Look at all of those, and there is so many options to choose from with eyelashes even. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna go with this because I don't want to spend too much time into all of those. You have hand paints, foot paints. Let's go right here. Wait for the mod to generate some of the MCM menus. And this is our character. It looks absolutely fantastic. I've shown you before how to optimize some of those in the previous video. You can go back and check that if you haven't. Go to the cheat engine, and I want to spawn Serana, and I want to see how she looks. I think you want to see her too, so go for NPCs. Here, you can spawn anything you want with Skyrim cheat engine. Search for NPCs and add Serana. That should pretty much, yeah, there we go. Let's spawn only one of her, and look at that. I am very, holy shit, I'm actually very short, but look at her. She looks fine. I mean, this is kinda too much. the gears do look heavy, but that being said, we can fix that. But that's how Serana would look. Very vanilla friendly, nothing weird going on, not over sexualized with weird hair. Her hair should have animation too. Yeah, it does. Let's go out in the world. One of the reasons I avoid, and you can see here on the vanilla armors as well, you have, you know, everything looks so much better. One of the reasons why I avoid using NPC replacers, and this is pretty much all we've got for NPCs, and you look at them, they all have vanilla high poly head, they have physics on their hair. It doesn't add black faces to the NPCs. Most of the NPC overhauls are extremely complicated to get them to work. But I like the Vahdins, if I remember the name properly, the Vahdins overhaul, because it's very generic, very vanilla-like, and this is pretty much what we want. We don't want every NPC to look like Serana over the top with her own specific replacement or whatever, but we want NPCs to look slightly better. And here you see the Breton Flogs, super cool mode. This is Hemskir, everybody's favorite prophet. That looks kinda weird, but we can fix that. 60 FPS, by the way, let me put it right there so you guys can see. With all the different animations and hair physics and stuff like that, the game is not like it's gonna die because we're using vanilla hairstyles with a very small node, physics adjustment, which makes it where we're not losing that much, if not FPS at all. And the fact that we're using, again, we're not using GK Whiterun or anything of those different modes, it makes it even better. Here you see, look how it looks cool. Again, the animations, I love them. It makes the game look very fresh. And you see how the NPCs, again, this is Lilith. She looks old. She still looks pretty with this overhaul, but I cannot really help it. Oh, this is Ayla. And as you can see, the black face here is a problem with the last mod we've added. If you remember the specific one that changes her hair, that's why she looks like that. So I'm gonna go back and remove that. My goal is to make the game always run at 55 plus frames while having very high standards. And you can see the hair physics and everything looks pretty cool. Again, nothing over the top. The only thing I'm not going to overhaul is children, because I hate children. Jokes aside, modding children in Skyrim, it's extremely weird, very buggy, it's gonna cause so many problems, so I'm just gonna give up on that. Let's go inside and check some of the different sounds we have. I haven't enabled Sounds of Skyrim. If you want to enable Sounds of Skyrim, again this is Delphine, pretty normal. If you want to enable Sounds of Skyrim, you want to go into Sounds of Skyrim, SOS pretty much, and click on the different stuff here. Like if you want to listen to cars, there will be cars. And remove this one, the Vahdin VHR's SMP update. Go ahead and remove that, and don't forget to launch loot again. And we are back to modding Skyrim. It's 5 AM. What is wrong with me? Why cannot I be a normal human being and just sleep? Instead I'm awake, recording myself modding Skyrim. Let's grab few more mods and call it an episode. We're not using Skyrim immersive creatures. We did enhance farmers in the previous episode. We enhanced Draugs. Let's enhance the flame Atronach. Now you guys, unless you live under a cave, I'm very sure you've seen Sky Oblivion. So the beautiful author creators of Sky Oblivion have brought and ported the flame Atronach from Sky Oblivion to Skyrim, and to my honest opinion, this looks absolutely beautiful. Let's go and grab and install this one. Go and grab the flame Atronach's optimized textures as well. Next, that's gonna be a Mikan Eyes for most of you, but we're grabbing a mod that I am not allowed to show because of nudity. First of all, we're getting new female giant. I really wish they had more armor on them, but given that they are giants, it kinda makes sense. So go ahead and grab the main file, and also go and grab Giantess around Skyrim, which what this mod will do, it will give you the option to have both male and female giants at the same time, so it will make much more sense now having 2 or 3 giants in a camp instead of all of the giants being like male, giving me some very weird headaches about how giants, you know. Next one, we're gonna get the new Hagraven, and it works for Hvergelmir too, but we're gonna get the new Hagraven mode. We're gonna go here and grab the bloody version, which adds a dismember option, and we're also gonna go and grab the Hagraven Variance, which what it does, it adds the ability to have both the old and the new Hagravens into the game, which I think is pretty nice. Let's also grab the Hagraven texture file, which is going to increase the resolution of the vanilla Hagraven. Next, we have a mod that took more than 10 years to come out. Oh my god, this gives me the Oblivion vibes. And every time you go into your character and you equip things, you can see your character on the right, which I think it's so cool. Go and grab the show player in menus and grab this one as well. That being said, let's go and grab the regional sound expansion, which, since we added lots of sounds into the game, this is going to help with the dungeons, the wilderness. I'm not the biggest fan of the vanilla female player voices, so I'm gonna grab this one and then get the very first file. And here is how it looks in combat. I still don't think this is perfect or anything that great, but honestly, I love the male voices in Skyrim. The female voices, when it comes to that, it just sounds really weird. So this is a nice mod you can use called Skyrim Upscaler DLSS, which uses DVS technology to upscale artificially your game. And you might say, Cav, why do we need this? Because this mod not only lets you by pressing the end keybind, let me show you here, once we install this, you press end keybind and you fix it in game, and I'm gonna show you how. You can actually artificially lower the resolution of your game and your monitor, which is going to help you gain FPS if you truly need that. You need to go to the requirements and you need to grab this file. Is that Fallout or some version of that? Don't worry, install it into your game. It doesn't matter that it is from a different game, if that makes sense. It just works specifically with this one. We're going to install this as well. Go to dashboard, click body slide. Again, ignore the body slide that we're having right now. It's just a random body slide I've got. Go and patch build, and it's going to patch the build for all the 3BA different armors we have, which also helps with the KS hairstyles that also got converted right now with 3BA. I'm sorry if I'm sounding tired. Click OK and then click build. Something you want to do before launching into the game, you want to go to your Skyrim Special Edition folder, go to Data and find SKC. Go to SKC, go to Plugins, and there was not such a thing as a Chargen file, so I have created a new file called Chargen, and inside the Chargen I've created another file called Presets, and here is where you put different presets. So I grabbed the GigaChat preset, which is the one right here. It uses the vanilla assets. You need to go and manually download that, extract it, and put it inside your SKC, and that's how presets work. So I will show you how you can load presets and how you can save presets. Now the preset we've downloaded, it works for Dark Elves. So make Dark Elf, and you see the preset slider on the top right here. If you go here and press F9, you get your presets. We only have the GigaChat preset, and and if you want to save a preset, again, you go to presets here and you press F5, and now you can go down here and rename your preset, like subscribe to Kavu. And here on the left you can see all of the different mods someone is using for presets, but let's go like that. Go and press end, keybind, and here you can change the different presets, how much sharpness you want, and you can kinda adjust the monitor again. We're not gonna do something too crazy, and this is the GigaChat here. It's only natural for us to go naked because we're playing as a GigaChat. I think he's smiling. There it is. Go here for instance, and if you want to search a custom armor mod or something like that, right? Go to armors. The Elfir mod we've got counts as armor, so go for explore armor mods by mod. Click that. And if you put the name, for instance, it's Grim Ears, that's how the file is called, you can find Grim Ears. So many items you cannot really spawn, you can get them like that. I think the mod was called something with horns. It should be Praetory Horns, I think. So you go view all in inventory, and those items again, you cannot sadly craft them or get them somehow like this into the game, so you can go here and select a bunch of horns. I'm gonna grab just some random ones to show you. There is so many of them. That's how some of the horns look like, and you can see from the character selection. She's using the ears we got from the mod. If I go and remove those, that's how she normally looks. And if I go and put small ears, you see those? I can put those. I love the lighting already, man. This looks so nice. And that's without NB lighting or anything.
Clear.
This is Arcano.
Yes, of course.
Looks very different. This is Mirabelle again. They look very similar with the overhaul, the NPC overhaul we've got. Most of those, as you can see, they don't look over the top. They look like they fit in Skyrim. The only issue I had is that I wish there were more. Oh, this is new. That's from GK's Winterhall. This is the Skyrim Remastered, the glaciers we've installed, and they look absolutely fantastic. So let's go here, and oh my god, they will look actually horrifying. And let's go and spawn some NPCs. And there is Isla's back there, she's looking fine, and there is Serana. So you can see here, you know, on her overhaul and how she looks. When it comes to merging files, this is exactly what you want to do. You go on this link right here. I'm gonna have the links down in the description below. Go and get this file right here, the portable version. Once you get this and you extract it, you want to go to your mod organizer of your choice. You want to click Add Tool. You want to name the tool, and you want to target this whenever you have placed it in. Pretty much you can run Zedit like this. If you cannot find your Skyrim Special Edition here, you have to go ahead and launch Skyrim through Steam, let it generate the ini file. Once you have done that, you can select Skyrim Special Edition, and before clicking anything here, you want to go here to the little wheel icon and check what games you have installed and what profiles you can select. And this is the one file I've made. I'm gonna show you how you can do this. Go here to the edit settings, and this is what took me a long time to get. Interrogation settings. All of those will be blank, so no matter what you do, Zedit will save nothing. Go in here and select the mod organizer of your choice from each vortex. You can click after you selected vortex, click auto detect, and lastly you need to fill this one right here. Go to your mod organizer, for me it's vortex, go to settings, go to the mods tab, and you see this one right here. Go and copy that, go back to Zedit and pretty much copy paste that and click OK. How you're going to do this is that once you click on create merge, this is exactly what you're gonna see happen. You need to give a name to the mod you're going to get. For instance, I want to merge all of the different eyebrow mods into one file called all the eyebrows. I want to do the same for all the overlays, and I want to do the same for all the hair mods, and the list goes on. So instead of having 10 or 15 or 20 different ESMs, we're going to combine everything to save as many ESMs as we can possibly can. So you're going to go into plugins, press Ctrl F, you have the search bar here. What you want to do, for instance, you want to go to plugins and type fresh brow, because I want to find all of the eyebrow mods, and those are all of the eyebrow mods. So click to any of those and you can click it here, copy paste it. You're going to add them one by one pretty much. And once you add all of those, you will go to the load order and you have to make sure everything is green. So always try to merge similar mods. Merge weapon mods with weapon mods, merge armor mods with armor mods. Click OK, you're going to click build merges, which I have already done. It's going to load very fast. Then you're going to click relink scripts and it's going to load. Once this happens, you're going to go where your Zedit is installed and you will go to the merge files. Click on the merge file, and the one we've got, it's all the eyebrows. You're going to go and put the eyebrows folder into your vortex, and that will install the eyebrows. Once you do this, as you can see, we have all the eyebrows, but at the same time all of the other mods are enabled. That's because those mods are enabled. If we actually go to the plugins now, you see all of the brow mods are actually disabled automatically, and if they don't, you go and disable and go and enable the one file you have successfully merged. And that's pretty much how it should happen. Before anything, go to mods, click deploy mods, and then go ahead and launch load. And that's how you merge mods. If you're not sure how to do this, if you found any difficulties, let me know down in the comment section of the video, and I am going also to link you a video of another beautiful man explaining to you how to get this to work. That being said, that was for the video, guys. I'm really sorry for this last part. Thank you for watching. It was me, Kavo. Thank you for all of the awesome support, and I will see you in the next one. Next video, by the way, we are fixing stability again and adding a bunch of gameplay mods. Take care, everyone.